This is Sanjeev from interviewbox.tech. In today's video, I'm going to talk about Python inbuilt functions, map and filter, and as well as I will discuss Lambda expression. So for the code and the execution, I will use PyCharm IDE. If you're not familiar with PyCharm, you can refer to my another tutorial. It's a Python and PyCharm installation, where I go over the installation and setup of the PyCharm. So let's create a file here. We'll say new Python file. Let's name function and expression. So let's first talk about the map. So map is a function that takes two arguments, and one of the argument is a function and another argument is like iterable. For example, it could be like string or list or dictionary. And what map function do is basically apply your function argument to the each and every element of the given iterable and provide you the result. So for example, you have like a list, and you want to get like a square of each number in your list. So one solution could be, like you can write a method, and inside of the method you can write a loop and go over each element in there and write your logic to get the square for each element. Or you can use like the map inbuilt function that can apply your given method on each element of your given list. So let's write a simple method to get the square of a number. So let's say we can say no square, and you pass like a one parameter in there, like a num, and you just return num multiplied by num, that is like a square of that number. And what you can do here is like write a map function, and in which you will pass your method that you have write and your list. So this will apply, the map function will apply your num square method to the each element of your given list, like number here. So right now, if you will execute and you will print this, it will give you the map object. So let me run this and you will see. So here you will see in the output that it gives you the map object. So if you want to get the output in a list, then what you can do is create a list from your object. So now if you run this, and you see it's like square of each element of your number list. So that's how you can simply use the map function and apply your given method to the every element of your given iterable object, like either, as I mentioned, like string or list or dictionary. So that's the one way to do that. And or if you don't want to use like the list method to create, you can also apply the for loop here. So you can say for item in, for example, your map, right? That will be again your method here with your number, and you can say print item. So what it will do is basically give you the individual result. So if I run this here, and you see here, it will return one element at a time, like 1, 4, 9. So it will give you the square of each element. And the Lambda expression is basically the single line simple expression that replaces this function. So right now we are writing this function, right, as you see here, the num square. But instead of writing this function, you can simply write like a one simple, like single line simple expression basically. So for that, how you can do is, like, for example, I will define here. So you can say create a like a variable in which you want to put your result, and so you are still creating like a list and getting the output from the map function, getting into the list, and that you're saving in the output. So in the map, what you're going to do, instead of passing the whole method like this num square, you are writing the lambda expression. So it will be the same thing, like you will say lambda, and then you will pass your variable in there, and what you want is basically you are looking the square of that number, right? So here you are passing the num, right, in the method number square, that was your parameter, right? So here's the same thing, you say like it's a lambda expression, you pass the num, that is your basically parameter, and what you want to achieve is like square of that number, right? So you get that, and from where that num will come is from your number list, right? So let me comment it out this method so that it will be more clear. So now we will just print the output. I'll also comment it out this. Okay, so you will see it will give you the same output, but instead of writing this whole method, you are simply writing this lambda expression right here. So let me run this. Okay, you see it's the same result. So it's no difference, but it's just like a simple single line expression that you write here, and the map is doing is basically applying this num into num on each num that is coming from your number list, like the element, and putting into the list, and that we are storing in the output. Basically we are getting into the output, and then you're just printing the output. So that's how you can achieve by using the simple lambda expression. So that is like a map. So again, recall is like map is take two arguments, like your function and your iterable, and apply that function on each and every element of the iterable object. So that's what the map function do. So the next is filter. So what filter method do is basically filter is simply a function that filters out the result. So it will do the same thing. You will apply a method, given method on the every element of your iterable, and wherever the result is true, it will only give you the result back that has the value of true. So let's look here. For example, I will create a number list, and let's say I created this, right? And you want to get only the element from the list that has those are like, for example, the odd number, like for example the 1, 3 and 9. Okay, so we will get like a function here. I will show you in both, like you're writing a function as well as with the lambda expression. So we are trying to get the odd number from the given number list, and you say like only return where's the num mod 2 not equal to 0. So if you're not familiar with the mode operator, I also mentioned this in one of my tutorial on my channel. So mode is basically give you the remainder, and if the remainder is 0, that means your number is even when you are doing the number mod 2, and if the remainder is 1, that means the number is odd. So we are looking all the numbers from given list, those are odd numbers. Okay, so we have a num list, we have our method. So now let's do, so we will do the filter, apply filter on our method and our num list. Okay, so let me comment it out the part so that we don't see the multiple solution. Okay, so here, so we have our number list, we have our method, and we are applying the filter method on our given method odd number and the number list. So it will give you only the result that is 2 basically, because we are looking for odd number, so it will only give you the odd number result. So let's run this, and you see here in the output it only returned 1, 3 and 9, because those are only the odd number. So that's what the filter function do. And if you have to write like a simple lambda expression, then what you can do instead of this odd number, you write like lambda, for example, we'll say num colon, and then you say so it's the same thing. You are passing the lambda with the number, and this is your output. When num02 is not equal to 0, that's what you want to get, and this is going to apply on every element of the num list. So let's comment it out this method. Okay, and let's print out. Okay, so you see it's the same result. So this what the map function do as well as the filter function do. So these are very like kind of simple example, but you can also practice on like more complicated. Like for example, you have a given list of string. I mean, I can give you this as a practice question. You have a given list of strings, and you want to basically get all the names that end with, for example, S. So let me type here, you know, so you have this list of names, and you want to get all the names that are ending with S. So for example, your output should be Jakes and Just, for example. So you can practice this. It's very simple. You can either write a method to achieve that task, or you can write a lambda expression. So how you want to do is checking the last character of each given name. So to how you can get the last character is basically, for example, when you go over the list, right, and you store that in item, so to get the last character you can use the item -1. So that's how you can get the last character. So try it, and if you see any question, just put in the comments and I can provide a solution. But I'm pretty confident that you guys can achieve this. So yeah, so that's all for today's video, and if you like this video, please press the like button and subscribe to my channel. There's some more stuff coming, so stay tuned, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Yeah, thank you and have a great day.